Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Tian Wei. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go! My name is Tex. I'm from the country of Mora, and my profession is a novelist. I didn't know whether I'm too nervous or some other element is acting up, but I can feel the room sinking into an eerie silence. I tried to capture any noise in my raised ear, even complaining silently as to why one of my ear refuses to stand up straight. I felt my stomach aching at the silence. Bayou, explain this to me. Okay, allow me to do the honors. Not even waiting for Bayou to open his mouth, Chen Hu shoved him aside and rushed forward. You, zip it. Only to be poured a bucket of cold water by the Blue Dragon. With your level of language voice, what was I doing for him? With your level of language organization skills, who needs help from the others overwriting a report? Can you even make the summary clear? Kerlno, don't underestimate my ability in speaking. Fine. Chen Hu felt like his chance to shine got pushed away and snorted out of annoyance. Bai Yu walked up to him and patted his shoulders, trying to calm him down. Why not go and sit and rest for a bit? Fine. This chance to show off goes to you, then. Lend me your ears. Allow me to explain all of this. It started as so. And that's the story, which is why me and Chen Hu made the decision together to welcome this young brother here to join us temporarily, which also helps us greatly in future investigations. And Bayou explained everything from here onward, from how he met me at the port market yesterday to the fire in the inn, clearly explaining everything in details to everyone present. And during this, no one made a single sound to interrupt his storytelling. Everyone just sat quietly listening to the end. Perhaps this is the courtesy of listening. And Bayou, while recounting the entire event, played the role of storyteller so perfectly, I too became immersed and distracted at listening to his recounting. As soon as the last word dropped, I tried to observe everyone around me. Each had an unreadable expression on their face, heads bowed in thought. The air froze in the moment, until someone opened their mouth. This moment felt eerily silent, even elongating under some strange invisible force, extending it to infinity. I knew it would be troublesome for them, if we do it this way. Hi, Mr. Tex, I'm Sally. Pleased to meet you. The cute little pink fox walks towards me, breaking the silence, and smiled. Oh, hi! I waited a second before responding, where my attention previously was glued to that pair of pink big ears and the fluffy pink tail. A rush of temptation of rubbing and cuddling it began to swell within. It must feel good to rub the fur. What am I thinking? That's a girl over there. It's very rude and inappropriate of me having these thoughts. Don't just stand there. You must have went through a long, rough journey all the way here. Over here, take a seat and rest for a while. Look, ma'am, we all have an urge to rub the big fluffy tail. Alright, thanks. There's no need for thanks. If there's anything else you need, please do tell. Everyone, stop being so down and under. We finally have a new member joining us. How about I go and prepare something to drink? Sounds great. Sorry to trouble you for this. What are you talking about? There's nothing to trouble me with. Yo, greetings. I'm Kerlno. Maybe I did. Okay. Yo, greetings. I'm Kerlno. Between our conversations, the black goat that sat aside stood up from his seat and walked up to me. A pair of black horns appeared in my vision, and I turned to look at the voice's origin to see a suspicious gleam in his eyes. Hello. And before I could acknowledge his presence, he walked straight up to me and, without any warning, grabbed my lower chin. And with that pair of green eyes of his, he stared straight into my iris. Oh, a rare specimen here, with quite a special eye color, too. I can't believe that chin... I can't believe... I could probably do that voice. That was fine. I can't believe that Chen Hu brought me such an interesting gift. I seldom had the chance to do some clinical testing on foreign current species here. Huh? What? Clinical tests? Being stared by him like that, and with his curious pondering, made my fur quiver all over my body. I could feel some cold sweat beginning to condense around my chin and palm. It seems you're from Moro, right? I've been thinking about you Western current species. What differences do your body functions have compared to ours? Do you react differently with different medicine? Or maybe different medicine with unique reactions? The more he said, the more excited Kerlno looked, whereas the strange gleam in his eyes continues to show. That crossed pupil of his stabbed through me, and now my aching stomach began increasing in pain intensity. Just thinking about this, my heart could thump with excitement. Do you think delving into the unknown makes one excited? That facial complexion of yours. Is your stomach feeling uncomfortable? How do you even see through this kind of thing? Hey, Kerlno, you bastard, don't go out of your way scaring people. Just joking here. Chen-Hu, you've been the same as always, taking my words at face value. What was that? Your jokes here are clearly making him uncomfortable. So yeah, Tex, this guy's attitude is like that. Everything he says is a joke. Don't take any of it seriously. Chen-Hu came over to push Kerlno away and tried to comfort me, giving me some time to gasp and reassess myself. Don't judge him by that first impression. He's actually not a bad person. I totally got scared there. Seeing the black goat with his evil smirk, I quickly retreated a few steps to stay as far away as possible. I dare not to take a seat anymore, fearing change would pop out of the armrest and tie me up. And the next thing you know, it's me on the operating table. Sorry. Your expression was so colorful and interesting. I couldn't resist teasing you. Is my expression that colorful? I looked blankly and confused at Chen-Hu, and only for him to raise his brows and shook his head. Relax. I've already recorded and remembered every single current species and origin beast species anatomy knowledge. Even if you present yourself on the operation table for me, I would not be interested in the slightest. I don't know why, but I just felt an odd sense of getting a cold shoulder there. Suddenly, he changed his expression from one of smiling to one of seriousness. All right, let me get straight to business. He walked up to me, as my instinct for danger chiming in to alarm me and to make a run for it, but I forced myself to stay calm and not make things more awkward by jumping at the sight of him. He approached and began squeezing my injured arm, and wrapping the bandage around it and inspecting and analyzing the wound. A left forearm wound, 10 inches long, 1 inch deep. Laceration on the limb, signs of tearing around the wound. No damage or hemorrhage to the tendon or muscles, nor signs of inflammation. It seems to be treated by my supernatant powder. I did use the medicine you gave me to treat his wound. Didn't I say that medicine was specifically brewed for you and Chen-Hu? And did you remember my warning not to give it to any foreigner folks for use? The black goat's facial expression turned enraged with a tone of criticism laced in his words, as if it wasn't the disobedience of Bayou for not following the medical instructions. But I was more curious as to why the medicine shouldn't be used on foreigners. A slightly amused expression flickered across Bayou's face, and before he could say something, I interrupted him. Wait a minute. What happens if the medicine was used on a foreigner? With your pulse condition, let me see your hand here. Even if it's cured, we'll have its strength already greatly depleted. To make it worse, part of the cells may die off. Ah, really? You can't be serious, Kerlno. Then think of the solution quickly. You're the best doctor in the royal capital. Surely you can cure a small wound like this. What are you smiling at? Nothing. Just a spasm in my facial muscles. Then why did you make that puffed sound? Even so, is that the kind of expression one makes when their facial muscles experience spasms? He quickly adjusted his expression and returned to being all serious and professional. Bad news first. This ain't a small wound at all. With a flick of his robe, Kerlno turned and sighed heavily. My supernatant powder is made with scorpion grass, lantern grass, and other medicinal herbs. It was made in fear of you injuring yourself, Chen-Hu, and using this medicine on someone with a completely different body attribute than yours. And not to mention... a foreigner from Moro, and don't get me started on your body condition. I don't know a thing about it. Wait, are you implying... The ingredients for the medicine clashes with this younger brother Tex's pulses, I'm afraid. Me and Chen-Hu held our breaths at the same time, and Kerlno dramatically ended his explanation. An atmosphere of tension soon lingered in the air. All right, that's about enough. Please stop with the jokes, Kerlno. Bayou sat down on a stool, showing a resigned smile on his face. Looks like he was trying to find his way to join the conversation, but couldn't find any opportunity to, and stayed silent because of it. Fine, I'll stop. You two really need to learn your lesson. Twice already. What I said earlier was all made up. Kerlno, I should have realized you were pranking me when you smiled like that. Ah, I actually thought my hand was done for after this. If that's the case, how would I continue my life as an author? Hey, relax, your wound isn't anything serious. My brewed medicine doesn't only prevent inflammation and relieve pain, it also serves as a catalyst to the regeneration genes within the body. Your arm will be recovering quickly from the injury, all thanks to my medicine. You're not making it up at this time, are you? I am currently explaining the effect of the medicine to you with complete honesty. If you don't believe it, you can ask Bai Yu. Just then, Chen Hu leaned over to me and began whispering, "This guy is one strange piece of work. Those medicines he brews taste absolutely disgusting, and he is obsessed in pranking people. But his skills in the medical field is unmatched. You can have faith in that." If you say so. Chen Hu, what are you whispering about with him? Is it something bad about me behind my back? Or perhaps something so interesting that you don't want to share with me? I'm not. I'll have to reapply the medicine and change the bandage here. It seems like the effect from the medicine is worn off. From his waist bag, Kerlno took out some ointment and rubbed it on my arm, before applying a new wrapping of fresh bandages around it. His proficiency in bandaging and applying the medicine is truly skillful, not only from experiencing it firsthand, but just from my eyes, I can see that he's a doctor with both experience and age behind his repertoire. Even the bandaging skills Bai Yu displayed before is slightly less refined than his. This should do. Look for me tomorrow. I will check your wound and give it further treatment. Ah, thanks. It's nothing. Don't mention it. Your wound should be fine for the moment. All that remains is taking a good long rest. Right then, a figure of authority approached, blocking my line of sight. Immediately, the room temperature went down a few degrees, though I'm not certain whether it's my psychological phenomenon acting up, or the room actually did get colder. His aqua scales reflect in the chilling blue color, reflecting his presence here. Chen Hu, go and tidy up the table. What the? I just came back! Let me rest already! Why are you asking me to do this kind of cheap work? I'm telling you to go. So go. Fine, I'm going. With a mere glare and an eyebrow twitch from the dragon, Chen Hu immediately rushed to the table and began scrubbing it humbly. I was surprised at the rebellious tiger's reaction. It seems like this dragon has absolute authority here. Alright, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!